All right, Matt from cleverleverage.com. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully the new year is treating you well. Today we have another blog hosting question. It is, Matt, what do you think about Bluehost and Hostgator? Which WordPress hosting do you think is better for beginner bloggers? Okay, I don't know how in-depth to go in this video. A lot of people know about my background in the last 10 years in the web services industry. I'm very, very specific when it comes to comparing blog hosting providers. I've used over 30 different blog hosts, and I'm very picky when it comes to, some of the internals. A lot of the shared hosting providers are very oversold. That's going to be a little bit too much info for beginner bloggers. Like, you guys don't need to know the lingo, the industry lingo, or the terminology for certain types of hardware, this, that, and the other. You just want to know if, hey, which one is the best for me? I want to get started building my blog, right? And so out of Bluehost and HostGator, well, I will tell you that they're both owned by EIG. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, you know that I normally don't like any hosting company that's owned by Endurance International. They are a web hosting conglomerate that usually buys up web hosting companies that are run by small business owners that do a very good job, and then they consolidate them to increase profits because they're a publicly traded company, and try to make their shareholders more money. The thing that happens is a lot of times those hosting companies go to shit. Too many people are consolidated onto one piece of hardware, and then the decline is steady. That does happen with a lot of EIG companies. However, Bluehost I still recommend. In fact, in the YouTube description box, I'll put a discount code that Bluehost gives me to give to you guys if you want to sign up to that. It is a good recommendation for a beginner blogger, and here's why. Once you start becoming successful and get traffic and all this kind of stuff, and site speed becomes an issue, or you're trying to support a lot of readership or a lot of number of visitors per month, yeah, Bluehost might get slow and you might have to switch to something else, but that's 2 years down the road, and the amount of money that you save in the meantime is well worth it. And I still recommend friends and family to use Bluehost. HostGator, I don't recommend anymore. In fact, I hate HostGator now. They put a mandatory add-on onto everyone's account for site lock, which is a spam scanning thing. It sounds great, but the system does it automatically, and now they're trying to charge people for it. So I hate that. I don't recommend HostGator at all for anything. And here's the number one reason why I still recommend Bluehost to my readers. Because in my opinion, a lot of their shared hosting is oversold, and it does slow down once you get to about medium traffic level, and site speed isn't the best. However, if you're a beginner blogger, they do one thing really well that a lot of other web hosting companies, even the blog hosting companies that I recommend, don't do. And that is, they have native English speaking, let me say it again, native English speaking support techs on staff 24/7. So if you have a problem and you need to call, you're gonna get a real person that can actually help you. It's not gonna be like some bullshit fucking call center in India where it's like, oh, hello, sir. Yes, let me look at that for you. And you're on the phone for 4 hours and nothing actually gets fixed. No. The only reason that I still recommend Bluehost so much on my channel and on my blog and to friends and family is because their phone support is so good. Their phone support is as good, if not, I hate to say this, if not better than what I get for a $500 a month dedicated server at Liquid Web. And Liquid Web is one of the top tier providers in the country, in the world actually. All kinds of companies, including myself, use both, but it's incredible for $3.95 or $2.95 a month, let's just say $5 a month for an account at Bluehost. If you run into a problem as a beginner blogger, all you have to do is pick up the phone and call tech support, and within 20-30 minutes, they'll have it resolved for you. Now, here's why this is so critical. A lot of times beginner bloggers get bogged down in the tech stuff, right? And so anything that stops you from progressing with the blog as fast as you can is a hindrance. And so maybe Bluehost is a little bit slower than SiteGround, because I recommend SiteGround all the time. I'll put a link to that in the YouTube description below. You don't have to memorize all the different names to the blog host companies or whatever that I recommend. And if you get lost, just search cleverleverage.com for my blog hosting articles, and you can read more about it if you need to, but I don't think you need to. Between Bluehost and HostGator, I definitely recommend Bluehost. I don't recommend HostGator at all anymore. And this is coming from a previous customer. This isn't coming from someone that just wants to promote one company or the other. I used to use HostGator, and I used to tell everybody to use HostGator, and I was a paying customer for years. It wasn't until about 18 months ago that I stopped using them because of the site lock thing. And so any company that's going to, forcefully try to get people to pay $12.95 a month for something that they don't need is just asinine, and it's bad business practice. I don't like it. I wouldn't tell my mom or my dad or my cousin or my brother or anyone like that to go sign up for HostGator, so I'm not going to tell you to do it. I would tell them to sign up for Bluehost. And so back to the point, the Bluehost phone support is so good that it far outweighs any, speed negligence or anything like that from, maybe it's a little bit slower than SiteGround, but as a beginner, you're not going to have a lot of blog traffic anyway, so that's not the number one thing. And you're not going to have a huge readership, so you don't need to support a lot of traffic. You don't need to spend $30 or $40 a month for a VPS. You need a basic account. Your domain name is going to cost you $15 a year, and then it's $5 a month for the hosting. So for what? 5 times 12 is 60 plus 20 bucks, or no, 15 bucks. For 75, 80 bucks a year, there's probably some taxes in there. They always get you with that, right? Let's just say for $80 or less than $100 a year, you can have a reliable blogging platform with your own domain name on self-hosted WordPress from a good web hosting company that you can call 24/7 and get help with anything that you need, at least for the first year while you need it. And then if that's not a good fit for you anymore, you can switch to something else afterwards. And a lot of people are scared to do that. They're like, oh, I only want to sign up for one and they never want to move. Here's the trick. When you sign up for a new hosting account, like if you're going to sign up for Bluehost today, if you're going to go in the YouTube description, use my link that has the discount for you. I think it'll bring the price down to like $3.95 or $2.95 if you pay for 12 months up front or something like that. They always get you somehow. It's a tiered discount, so it's $7.95, or let's just say it's $10 a month if you just want to pay month to month. Then it's like $7.95 for 6 months or some shit like that, and then it's $2 or $3 a month for 12 months up front. Whatever, just pay the $60, pay the 20 bucks for your domain name. Here's a tip. Any hosting company that you sign up to, they'll migrate your website from another hosting provider for free because they want your business. So don't worry about, oh my God, if this isn't the right one, we can never change it. Nah, it's so easy. They always do it for you because they want a new customer. It's like when you go, you call Bright House to get cable or something, and you have, AT&T or CenturyLink Internet or DSL or something. They're going to come out and run the lines for free because they want your business for the next 20 years. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So I hope that helps you. Yeah, the choice is clear. Bluehost versus HostGator. It's Bluehost all the way. Coupon code for you in the YouTube description. If I didn't answer something, let me know and I'll put it in the next video. As always, this is Matt signing off from cleverleverage.com. If you have a request for next week's video or you have a blog question, put it in the YouTube comments and I'll add it to the queue. We'll see you in next week's video.